You are now listening to the Basic and Boujie podcast.
We're back.
Yay! I feel like we have a couple of disclaimers, actually.
Yeah.
If it looks different, it's because production is fired. No, he's not fired. We just had to fend for ourselves today. And also, we love children.
We do.
We just don't have them.
Yes. We love our nieces and nephews.
I got the disclaimers out the way. This is not to bash children.
Yeah.
This is not to bash parents. This is just why we don't have children.
In our opinion.
On
some stuff. So
cheers.
Cheers.
A good episode. I don't know what this is called. It's some type of Moscato, sweet wine, something.
That's good.
I'll insert a picture somewhere. Okay, so I don't ever remember what episode we're on.
We'll figure it out at the end.
We'll figure it out. But this episode is about us not having children and why we've made that decision.
Damaris likes to term it child-free by choice.
Oh, I like that.
So
okay, so
we could say
right, that might be the title of this.
Yeah. Child-free by choice.
Ding. So just to give you our age again, I'm 32, turning 33 this year. I do not have children. It's a question mark as to whether I want a child or not.
Same. So I'm 39 going on 40. And it's not that we don't love children, because we
really
love
cute.
Our nieces. We love our nephew. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work just to be the fun. Yeah, we're fun.
Right, we're the fun aunties.
Yeah.
Like, you want to invite us.
Yes. But it's a lot of work.
It is, and it's expensive.
Yeah. So if it happens, it happens, right? Mm-hmm. But right now, we're not doing anything to necessarily make it happen, right? Like, there's no plan to, like, okay, we're going to do this so we can have kids by this age and all that. Mm-hmm. And we're okay with that. Like, we really are okay with being the ones who come and help, or they can sleep over, or we can go hang out for a little bit and come back.
Let me be a part of your village, but I don't want to need a village.
Right.
Like I always say, it takes a village to raise a child. Let me be part of your village. Let me help you out.
I like that.
I don't want to be the one that needs the village. I just want to be part of it.
I don't want to be a villager. I mean, I want to be a villager. I don't want to,
I don't want to need it.
My notes keep going away because I didn't charge my phone.
I use good old-fashioned pen and paper this time. I'm going to start off with a fact. Y'all can Google schmoogle this.
Yes, this was crazy to me.
Yep. So I Googled how much it costs to raise a child from birth to 18. So I got the number from birth to 17 in the year 2017. And this is from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. $233,610. No change. That's a lot of money. That was in 2017. We're in 2021. So last year, pandemic has happened.
You didn't have no money.
No.
Like, you didn't have to spend any money on your kids last year, right?
That's it. Nothing. Because there was nothing happening.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
I guess you don't think about it, because most people don't go in it with a financial plan.
Right.
A lot of people, like, it just happens.
They do it because of the feeling. Like, I want a baby. Okay, yeah. I need to run
I need a budget.
I need a spreadsheet. I need a spreadsheet to see if I can afford this child. I'm expensive enough. A child? With that price tag?
To flash that number up on the screen again.
Yeah. 200. I need to find a more recent one, because that's crazy. And, like, does that include private school versus public school? Does that include family vacations, recitals, all the extra shit? Because I'm sure it probably costs more to raise a girl than it does a boy.
Yeah.
Like,
and that doesn't include if you're paying for their college, because that's just a 17.
That's a 17. Yeah. I was asking Mom, I need $20. Like, I still ask if I need it. Like, I'm grown. I live on my own.
Like, do I need to spend this right now?
I got it, but I still want to spend yours. I still want to spend mine. I haven't grown out of that. What if I have a child like me? That's a lot.
That's a lot. Then does that include activities, right? Does that include, are they into sports? Are they, if they're a girl or a guy, whatever, if you dance, cheerleading competitions, like all that type of like extracurricular stuff?
Right. Summer camps. All that stuff.
Yeah.
What if they have a special diet? What if they're like lactose intolerant or allergic to certain things, and now you have to buy organic, expensive food? Like all these little things that people don't think about.
That's just average.
Right.
So that definitely could blow up. I would be interested in seeing the 2020 number if that's available.
Yeah, I need to do more research.
Or at least 2019, like pandemic aside. 2019, what was that?
Yeah, that
has to go up.
200.
There's inflation in there.
Of course. The cost of living always goes up, but the pay doesn't.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
I just wanted to leave y'all with that little fact. And I think I told my friend Al, hey Al, he's a supporter, he watches. No shade.
No shade.
No shade. I'm gonna get a palm tree for all the shade that I throw.
We could do that.
We could.
Summer's coming up. They have those inflatable palm trees.
We could listen for all the shade. But I remember having this conversation with him about it costing around this price to raise kids, and he has 3, and he was like, "No, you eat that." Like we just went back and forth, and you probably know Al well enough now that even when he's wrong, he will argue tooth and nail because he can't be wrong. But
so was he saying no? That's not how much.
He's like, no, that's not how much. And I think I was on the phone with him, and I think him and his wife were at McDonald's or Rita's or whatever, and I'm listening to their order, and I think I don't know what the total was, but I was like, yeah, add that to that price tag, because I'm sure this is based off home cooked meals. Not every time you go to the drive-thru. For me, it's $10-15.
And weren't we talking about the other day? McDonald's and all those. It's not the price that it used to be,
no,
right?
It's
so
not.
You're going to get a meal for yourself, and it's way more expensive than it was before. So now include a Happy Meal or something like that to your order. And I know
and Chick-fil-A, sorry Chick-fil-A, but y'all expensive.
Yeah.
And if you bring your kid, I feel like people would probably want to go there because the food is fresher, this, that, and the third, but it's also much more expensive.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
And that's just our financial outlook.
I don't hear. It's not about the money.
List.
It is about the money. What do you mean?
And now, I don't know how many baby showers you've been to. I'm sure a lot.
Thank you, pandemic. I've gotten out of so many baby showers.
But all the stuff that's now available that wasn't available when we were younger or even like earlier, child rearing years. A diaper genie. I've never understood a diaper genie. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever
no, let's spend $150 on that.
For something to whatever it does.
But
we don't want to talk about it. And then diaper bags. Right. You better get that leftover Target bag from the cabinet drawer that you have all your used bags in, or your leftover bags. So now they sell diaper bags, and I'm sure that's not now, right?
Bottle warmers. What happens to just running it under hot water for a little bit?
Drink it like it is.
Hello? You be all right.
Or my favorite thing is nipple balm. What?
I'm sorry, what? Whose nipple?
Why?
Why do you need that? Then you find out all these things. I'm sure your sister throughout her pregnancy. Let's back up to the pregnancy part and what it does to your body and your hormones and all that. And it's just I remember. I remember she showed me her stretch shorts from Layla, and they were going in the opposite direction of her normal ones. And I was like, oh God,
no! Don't show
why
me
is this happening to you? You don't deserve this.
No, I remember. So one thing, I am a control freak. I like to be in control of everything. Same. I have a schedule, everything,
there's
right?
There's no control with children. They're unpredictable.
But there's no control with pregnancy either,
no,
right? I can carry the child, but the child is going to tell me when it's ready.
Right.
I'm not okay with that.
No.
I would like a date and a time so I can be prepared. Right. I'm sure a lot of mothers were the same way, right? They come when they're ready.
Plan, birth, throw it out the
yeah.
Nobody cares. Take it from a nurse. Nobody cares about your freaking birth plan.
I would like a doula. What?
A what? A hula? No.
But Ashley, I remember Ashley's always been very even-tempered in the sense that she don't give a fuck, right? She's gonna say whatever she wants to say, whether you like it or not. But to me, that's even because she's always been that way, right? So I know what to expect.
Same with Jay.
After she had Vince, so this was 5+ years ago. When they say that postpartum, she wasn't sad. She like flipped out on me off of something that was like so.
It's those hormones.
It was just like I touched her, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? What happened?"
It's the hormones, the pregnancy hormones.
No, thank you. Nope.
And even like postpartum depression and the fact that people don't talk about it, and it's like, oh, she'll be all right. Like, I just feel like pregnancy is such a sensitive time, and you really have to be with somebody that's gonna like nurture you and be like, you're bringing a life into this world. And I feel like I've seen couples, and I'm just like, like he should just be so much nicer to you. Like, you're pregnant.
Yeah.
But I also know women that are like, I'm pregnant, not disabled. I can do it myself, which I probably would be one of those people. I don't know, either or, because I like to be catered to. So I might like pee on the stick and be like, oh, I can't do anything for myself. That's it.
I'll be on this couch for the next 9 months.
Bed rest me. I'm good. I'm going to milk that shit.
I would be wanting to drive around until like the minute before. Like
this is the last 9 months of independence.
I'm in charge. Like, you know, I want to be, and I'm in control. I want to be that way until like right up until.
Yeah.
So, and then some that go for hours. No.
Like Jamie did what? Almost 16 hours before they were like, all right, let's C-section her. Like, what? After all this? We tired.
Do what you gotta do.
Like, just get her out.
Ashley, for Vin, she gave birth. So for Penelope, who is 2 months old now, she was like there was a birth plan, meaning like she had a date because Vince had been a C-section, so this was more scheduled.
Baby number 2 is a little bit easier with stuff like that.
Baby number 1 was when the Pope was in town.
Ooh.
And she was living with us at the time in Jersey, and she called me. I remember this so clearly. I'm in the lane I'm in the line at ShopRite to pay. And I get a call. She goes, I think my water broke. And I'm like,
you think?
I'm freaking out. Right? I'm like, tell Hector to get up and take you. You have to cross a bridge. The Pope is in town. You're not going to be able to get anywhere. And her doctor was in Jefferson at 9th Street. It's like, you have to go to Jefferson. Right. You got to cross a bridge. They're not going to let you. You're going to have to do the whole thing. Oh, God. And then she was fine. But to me, I was freaking out. She was like, I think.
You're going to have the baby in my house. Oh my God.
No.
My towels aren't clean.
No. Mommy's gonna come over and see my stove is dirty.
She's having a baby, but the stove is
disgusting.
Dirty.
It's disgusting.
It all ties back in. No, and even with Jay, like she had beautiful pregnancies. She didn't really get sick like that. She didn't get like that crazy nose or that, like, she looked beautiful. I'm afraid I'm going to be ugly. What if my nose spreads? I got to hide for 9 months? Like, I'm sorry. Every pregnancy is not a beautiful pregnancy. I'm too vain. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, so my problem area to me is my lower abdomens, or what is disgustingly referred to as fupa.
The fupa. That's
without a kid.
Right.
So I don't want that problem.
A fupa. I don't need an enhanced fupa.
Nope. No, mine is my own problem.
Right.
Not because of a kid.
Too many McDonald's rides. Too many lots of things.
Wendy's, Frosties as a kid.
Yum.
Yeah. So that's one of a few of our reasons of like,
I like to sleep.
I like to sleep.
I hate when you talk to people and like when they're like, oh, why don't you have kids? And I say like, oh, like I'll tell you, I'm selfish. I'm not ready for kids. I'm indecisive and I'm selfish and I like to sleep. And those people with families are always like, oh, well, you can sleep when they nap. That's a lie. Because when they're napping, your house is probably falling apart and you're probably running around cleaning, doing whatever. Or, oh, I like to travel. I really like to travel. That's my freedom. I like to go on vacation. Oh, just bring the kid. What kind of vacation is that? And grandparents aren't what they used to be.
No.
Sorry, Hilda, but you're not going to take nobody's kid for 2 months. Like y'all used to send us away. They would send us to my grandparents, Dominican Republic, 2 months, and they had a great summer. Now, if I can get that in writing and notarized, sign me up. I need it. Like,
You're not going anywhere. You're taking her to North Philly while you stay.
Right. I'm gonna staycation.
Like, nope.
It's the staycation. Can you take her
2
for
months?
2 months?
Nope.
Like, if Jamie drops them off Friday, by Sunday, Sunday 12 o'clock. ¿A qué hora tú llegas? What time are you coming? Like, She's not. They're built different. These grandparents are not the same. It's not the same. Like my grandmom had like 5 or 6 of us, and she never even had to raise her voice. It was just a different time.
My mom's parents had 9, 11. Oh. Can you imagine? Yeah, shit else.
That's a lot of food.
You don't have anything else to do.
Right.
Stay off me at this point.
Go to another room. Actually, we're moving out of the bedroom. Nope. I'm doing something else.
I'm taking the bed out.
Oh, God. What else do people say? Well, we both said that since the pandemic, nobody asked us.
No one's been asking us, when are you having
kids? How y'all
kids?
doing out there? Parents, teachers.
I know you're happy with the stimmy, but I'm happy with my sleep.
Right.
Still happy.
It was quiet.
Yeah.
When that stimmy dropped for y'all, it was quiet in here. Y'all were probably up making breakfast and stuff. Throwing fruit snacks or whatever fuck happens in households. I don't know. I was in the bed.
We were asleep.
With the occasional bark from Bella, it was quiet.
You're a fur mom. Do you like that name?
A fur mom? I've never heard that one. No. But I do call myself a dog mom.
You're a dog mom. Mm-hmm. We can't claim that though.
Sure can't, even though we should.
Get that $1,400.
Like, give me a little percentage of that. I'll be happy with that.
Get the IRS and PETA on the phone right now.
Like, do you know how many Etsy outfits I bought this dog? I need some reimbursement. Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
But yeah,
where am
I know that since the pandemic started, and it's hard for parents right now, and they're trying to work from home full time and trying to be teachers full time. Like, it's a lot. And even for friends that I know that are pregnant right now, they're doing it by themselves. You can't go into the appointments with them.
You can't bring your partner in, right?
They're like sitting in the car on FaceTime. Like, if I do decide to have a child, I want to do that with my partner. I wouldn't want to do that by myself.
The whole experience.
Yeah. And I think for me, like, my main thing is I was never the girl that was like, oh, I want to grow up and get married and have a baby. Like, that wasn't what I was dreaming about. I wanted like a family. So I think for me, I had to be with a partner that I'm like, okay, I want to have a family with this person versus me just being like, I want to have a baby. Which I know that there are people. I used to have a coworker, like, she was born to be a mom. She's an amazing mom. She has kids. Her husband had his own kids. They blended their families. I have 2 people like that in my life. And I look at them, I'm like, can y'all raise my kids about 3 and then bring them back? Because you guys do an excellent job.
Now, I grew up thinking that that's what I needed to do because that's what everyone
society
had told you growing up, right? You get married, you have kids, you go to college, and all of that, besides obviously the growing up part, you don't have to do, right? You don't have to go to college. You don't have to have kids. You don't have to get married. Your life. But that's what you grew up thinking that you had to do. So you try to follow that plan, and then you realize that plan wasn't for you. It didn't work out, and that's fine. There's no bad blood, no hard feelings. If we don't have kids, we don't have kids.
We don't have kids. That's fine.
Just one less fundraiser that I have to figure out.
The fundraisers.
Again, pop up that disclaimer that we love.
We love supporting your children.
We love it.
Can y'all support us in return? We love supporting your children.
Watch the show.
However,
subscribe, like,
comment, subscribe,
listen to the podcast. But so growing up, I remember for like FBLA, for all the clubs that you had, you were selling those stupid lollipops.
Yep.
Oversized lollipops, those M&M bars or whatever, Kit Kat, whatever.
A big box of chocolate.
They've gotten very fancy now. Now it's
and expensive.
Very expensive. Candles, Panzerottis. What's the other one? Chocolate bombs, so cocoa bombs. They were selling that. Egg rolls, cheesecakes, like all these things. Mind you, I can't eat any of it.
But you have to support.
But you support, right?
Gotta support the children.
But they've gotten a lot fancier and a lot expensive.
Because they all want to get a $5 pizza prize or whatever. Listen, I will take you to whatever pizza spot you want to go to. I just don't want to have to buy all this shit. Or the little $2, but like, if I am I'm gonna be the mom that just says, pick out with the prize. I'm gonna buy you the prize because I'm not doing this. I don't want to be that annoying person.
And some of them are mandatory. Like, if the parent is already paying the the fees, right, for them to be in the activity. Why does the parent also have to participate in these mandatory fundraisers?
Like, you're paying for your kid to be involved in the activity. You're paying for the uniform. You're paying for the trip. You're paying for everything. You probably also have to send the money to eat or whatever. And what are we raising funds for? I'm paying for everything already. Where is this money going?
What's
I need
happening?
to know.
I don't know. I think the organization can have a fundraiser.
Right. Y'all do it.
And have it on the backs of the organization.
That
like sounds so bad.
School district's way of just putting it on the parents.
Why is it the parent?
You guys figure it out.
You guys go sell these chocolate bombs, and it's mandatory. Why?
And I feel like when I was selling those candy bars, they were $1.
They were $1.
They're $2, sometimes $2.50. Now the size is the same.
They
Why am I paying $1? This inflation. It's too
Again.
much. $233,000. That's why. That's why the candy bars are $2 now. That's what we should have did. I'm gonna put in from the years that we were born, how much it cost to raise a child then versus now.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe not, because then Hilda's gonna be like, "You owe me $150."
So stop asking me for $20.
Stop asking me for money.
But,
oh gosh.
So on the subject then of the fundraisers, because they go towards whatever activity.
Whatever. Question mark.
The activities that you participate in. Oh, because then you have to buy your tickets to the activity, right? So if they're in a sport, if they're in an athletic competition of some
Dance,
sort.
cheer, whatever.
You have to pay for your ticket.
You have to pay to watch your kid that you already paid for the fundraise, the whatever, everything. And then you still have to pay to go to see the kid.
Yeah. And you don't know when they're going to perform or
somewhere
play.
Between 1 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Yes.
Your kid's
with
5
a 15-minute intermission in between.
Your kid's 5 minutes of fame is right in the middle.
That's it. And then there's 15 acts, let's say. Mm-hmm. Your kid, that's being very conservative too. So let's say 45.
Everybody has to get a spotlight.
The kid.
Everybody's a winner. We can talk about that too.
How about that? Yeah. Participation trophies.
Bullshit.
My ass. So,
did you win or no?
No.
You didn't.
No.
Bye.
So you have your family member, right? Your kid or your whatever is performing in 1, 8, 20, and 47.
So what you're saying is I have to be there all day.
Sit there all day in the most uncomfortable auditorium seats.
Those wooden.
Do you remember Mazbom's auditorium seats?
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Those wooden chairs.
You have to sit there
Your
for
ass is
hours.
numb.
You can't eat or drink. But they sell food and drink at the place.
Right.
So you can,
again, overpriced.
15 minutes
Right.
intermission.
So you buy a $2 pretzel that's normally a quarter.
Right.
Now it's $2.
Now it's $2. And a water that... $2, $3 for a bottle of water now.
Sitting out all day anyways. It's warm.
And flowers. Right. Oh, because if they're in a dance competition, there's flowers, there's balloons, there's
dinner afterwards sometimes. Ugh.
So it circles back to the 230.
Right. And then if they win, you feel like you probably got to buy them some even more shit.
Yes. Yep.
Good job.
If their team wins,
or if they lost, now I still gotta buy. Right, like you just
make them
money.
It's nonstop. It's nonstop.
It's a lot. What else do I have on here? Oh, reasons why people think or say that I should have kids now. You're going to be too old. You're going to be the old mom. So the fuck what?
Geriatric pregnancy at 30.
At 30. 35, you're officially geriatric. You're a pregnant dinosaur.
When I heard that from Veronica, I'm like, they said what to you?
Oh, yeah.
They're allowed to say that?
Yep.
That's insulting. You should get your ass off those stirrups and leave.
I don't need this shit. Yeah, you're too old. You're gonna be an old mom, or if you have your kid at 35, by the time they're 10, you're gonna be 45. Who cares? I'm happy the fact that I got to live my life up until that point, and then I decided to have children, as opposed to having them young and broke. I'd rather have them when I have a means to pay this bill.
Yeah, the 233
that y'all always forget about
with no change.
No change. That's exact amount.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, like I rather do it later on in life, where I've lived, where I've traveled, where I don't want to feel like I'm missing out.
Right.
I don't want to have a kid and be like, oh, I want to go on that trip. I can't go. I don't got a babysitter. Oh, it just makes me cringe. I don't ever want to be like, oh, I can't go. I don't have a babysitter.
Yeah.
No.
Or what about when the dad watches the kid and they say he's watching his kids, he's babysitting the kids?
It's his kids. Again, ow. His first kid, he used to say that a lot. Like, you're not babysitting.
It's your child.
You're spending time with your child. Like, that is not babysitting.
No.
You're like, I'm like, because I'm like, again, that goes back to even to relationships, a partnership. I don't want to be the super mom. I don't want to be the one that has to figure everything out. The one that knows everything. I hate to use y'all again, Al and MJ, but I had to get their kids' names and date of birth for something. I asked MJ 2 seconds. If I would have asked Al, I would have still been waiting. That was 2 weeks ago. And even just from being, like, when I worked in registration and being a nurse, the dads never know anything, and it infuriates me. Like, this is your kid. Mm-hmm. They just don't know. They don't know, and they don't care to know. They don't just ask their mom. Their mom. No, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. Mm-mm.
Have you seen that video where it's like, I'm going to ask mom is the equivalent of, like, I need to talk to the supervisor?
Right.
Because she knows everything.
The house manager. That's what I call Jay. I call her she's the house manager. She knows all the moving parts. When we went to Puerto Rico, I think there was a document that she left for Bernard so that he knows who needs to eat what. And she had to call the village. She had to call Hilda to make sure she could. Like, I want to be able to go ahead and go and know that my husband is going to be able to pick up where I left off without me having to, like, don't forget this, don't do. I don't want to micromanage. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be the supervisor. Mm-hmm. I don't want it.
Yeah. Veronica cracked me up the other day when we went shopping. She called Anthony, her husband. You know he's her husband. And she was like, did she go down for a nap? Yeah. She never naps for me. I was like, because she don't want to hear her dad yell at her, right? Like, it's different authority figures, right? Mm-hmm. From your mom and your dad. And then she's like, she's in her bed. Yes. Did you close the door? You don't stop checking in on this man.
Right.
Ask him if he closed the door.
There are dads that do know what they're doing, but us as strong women are like, they're idiots. They have no idea what they're doing. Yeah. Did you do this? Did you do this? Let them check up on you. Let them also be a dad. Mm-hmm. What's another thing people say? Who's gonna take care of you when you're old? First of all, Penelope. Right. I take very good care of my nieces and nephews. I think that's selfish. Why you having a kid because you want somebody to take care of you when you get old? Well, what if you have a badass kid and they end up in jail? Or what if they just don't like you?
Yeah.
Like,
put you in that long-term care real fast.
Like, right. Like, whatever the state is going to cover, that's where mommy and papi are going to go. Because I don't want to do it,
I'll help you fill out that SSI, but that's it.
Like, that's selfish. Like, people are like, oh, you don't want to have kids? That's selfish. No, you're selfish for wanting to have a babysitter when you get old.
Somebody do all your bidding.
Right, pretty much.
That's what it is. No, I told Ashley that Penelope's going to take care of us when she gets older, when I'm old.
Yeah, I don't think Zola's going to be hers. For it. Zola's like, fuck y'all, I'm out. But Layla will be the one to make sure we're okay.
They already claimed Vince, so I need to groom Penelope to take care of me. I need to be a really good aunt. A really good titi.
A really good titi. Yeah, we're just...
So does Layla do they call you titi? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And I saw her on Friday. She was like, when am I going to stay at your house?
Yeah, Vince told me yesterday, because I usually see them on Saturdays, and he didn't see me. He's like, when are you coming over here? When am I going to your house? He thinks our house is cool for whatever reason.
It's just a change of scenery for them.
When am I going to your house?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and I feel like I used to take Layla more than I do now, and I don't know. There's no real rhyme or reason for it, but I'm like, on my weekends, I don't want to have somebody else's kid either. They're my weekends. That's why I don't have children.
Yeah.
If I'm in the mood for it, if the mood strikes, if I have a little baby fever, okay. But aside from that, I'm good with just Bella.
Yeah.
I don't.
And she comes to make her cameo.
Right, as always. She's like, I'm here.
Talk about kids. I love when we've had the girls sleep over, so Kyle's nieces, so ages 3, 8, and 15. So we've had them sleep over, and it's always been a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work, right? Like, we're vegan. We have to make sure that whatever we eat, we can eat, and that they can eat their own things, right? So, and they have different...
Was it that you give them a pliable?
Pliable. And not just eggs.
Ashley said just eggs.
Just eggs.
Ashley said that is not a snack.
That is the snack, that is not meal.
That's what it is.
But, right, they also have different schedules on their own right? They go to sleep at a different time. They use these kids with their tablets, God, right? Yeah. And I don't mean these kids like the nieces. I mean kids.
All children.
And their tablet use is insane. But I can see why parents do it, right?
It
entertains them.
Just go.
But like, if they need it to before they go to bed, they need it when they wake up, they need it to eat, they need it to do all the stuff.
Phones. We're attached to our phones. These kids are attached to tablets.
I know Yaslin, so Ashley's stepdaughter, she takes the tablet into the bathroom, and I'm like, leave the tablet here. Yes. Go to the bathroom. Yeah,
and then it'll be here. Like washing dishes. Yes. The dishes ain't washed. They're greasy. There's food still stuck on it. She's watching whatever the hell she's watching. Probably falls like they have her on a timer. Like after a certain time, she doesn't even have access to Wi-Fi. So I think it's like good. Between 12. She can't use it before 12 p.m. and she can't use it after like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And she would send me a text like 8:59. Good night. My phone's turning off to the last minute.
If you can't reach me.
Right. This is why. Like, she has restricted hours, and even those hours, it's a lot. Mm-hmm. And now with virtual schooling, I just feel like it's a lot of screen time, and there's going to be something in the future that comes from this, I'm sure. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to you sitting too close to the TV? Well, now the freaking tablets, it's here.
Right in your face all day.
Mm-hmm. And it's loud. I remember getting little headphones. What? You're right here. Yeah. Why does it have to be so loud?
And now they have blue light glasses for kids.
Yep.
Because I just bought Vince some for Easter. They're blue light glasses for kids because they're spending so much time in front of screens all day long.
Yeah. It's I know, like, I have my boss's daughters. She's very good with not giving them, like, I don't think I've ever seen those girls on a tablet, like, she takes pictures of them or whatever, and she buys like old school toys and like like things that and I'm sure her house is loud, and she's probably like, why the fuck did I buy this? But at least her kids aren't constantly staring at a screen. Right. Like, I like that she's old school in those ways, and I could see myself being that way. Like, okay, regular TV, or just I don't care, sit at the wall, go outside, do something, but that tablet, that just, like, it irritates me.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Yeah. They don't get to go outside, especially now. With, like, you're not really seeing anyone outside, so you're not going to a playground.
Right.
Most places aren't doing sports, or they just started to, like, reinstall. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. So they're redoing the sports and figuring that out. So now they're seeing their friends again, like, in person. But I feel like all this time has passed, and they've had, not that it's not, like, fixable, but it's like all this time has passed. They haven't seen their friends in person. And if they have, it's been like, those drive-by birthday parties and all. But it's so sad to then see them be scared now to go in public and hang out. Right. So it kind of breaks my heart a little bit, where they're like, do you have my mask?
Never get my mask on.
We're like, I really wish I could forget this mask right now.
No, I'm like, imagine just remember having the summer off and then going back to school, and sometimes your friends aren't your friends anymore, and things happen and you feel awkward, like whatever. That's like times 10 now. They haven't seen each other. They haven't been social. Yep. There's things going on in people's households you don't know about. Whatever. It's a lot. Like, the mental health is not going to be good.
I don't think so.
It's not going to be good.
It's not good for adults now.
Right. It's really not good for adults. Yeah, so the WHO was going to take care of you. And then I brought down a couple of reasons why I don't want them right now. I like sleep. I like naps a lot. That's like number one for me. I like my naps.
My relaxed time.
Again, I like to travel. Somebody else was like, they're giving me options like, oh, well, you can have a babysitter or whatever. I've seen, like, my sister go on vacation after having a child. You never really relax because you still have to manage the household. It's like, did you do this? Did you do that? Is this okay? Like, you just really can never, like, just be. You're never by yourself. Right. Like, you can never just think, I'm selfish. Again, I just want to think about me and just take care of myself. That's it. I don't want to do all the extra stuff. I like to get up and go. If I'm laying on the couch and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to Target. I could just get up and go to Target. Yeah. I don't have to, let me get the baby, let me get the stroller, which reminds, when my sister Janitza had Aiden, we were in New York, and I'm going down like Fordham with the stroller, and I have my purse here, my phone here, and she's cracking up like, yeah, you're not ready. You got your purse, you got your phone, you think you get like with the stroller. And I'm like, I can't let go of my accessories to push a stroller. Like, this is not going to work for me. This doesn't work. I need that. And And I feel like, again, going back to that price, I feel like because it's me, it's going to be more expensive because I like nice things.
It's going to be a mini you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. I, just looking at the stroller, the car seat, the playpen, right? And I don't mean the cost of those things. I mean the putting together of those things. And then when they're like mobile, like you can travel with them. Obviously the stroller is mobile, but like folding it, that shit, like learning how to fold that one of these strollers one time was like, I needed to like YouTube it.
I was just about to tell you.
And figure out how to like close and open it because the pictures never really match like what you're doing. The car seat, you know, a lot of them now, they grow with the kid.
Right.
So it's like trying to figure that whole thing out. And then the booster seat is another thing. And the playpen, like trying to figure out the mobile pack and play to take that.
I feel like I come with a lot of accessories. I gotta bring my bag. I gotta bring an extra pair of shoes in case I get uncomfortable. I gotta bring a little blanket in case I get cold. I bring all that shit for me. Yeah. Now I gotta that's too much. I'm never leaving the house. It's too much. Come see me because I'm not going out there.
I'm putting anything together.
The first time I picked Layla up from my sister's house. She was just going back to work. I picked her up, put her in the car seat, no problem. Couldn't get her out the car seat. Got to my mom's house and I'm like, all right, Layla. She's probably like, I don't know, a couple months old. And she's just looking at me and I'm like, okay, how am I gonna get you out of here, kid? I'm calling Jay, no answer. Calling Bernard, no answer. Call my mom, even though I'm going into her house, no answer. So I was like, all right, YouTube. How to... Like 10 minutes later, I figured it out. But I was like, yeah, I can't do this. This is a...
And try doing it with nails.
I think that was another problem I had probably...
You can't get into the button.
I was like, this is smart. This car seat is smarter than me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's just too much. It's so overwhelming. Unexpected emergencies. Kids always have unexpected emergencies.
No, Penelope was sick on Friday. I keep getting my days mixed up. So she was sick on Friday, but it was like a sniffles, right? But now
sick now in this climate.
It's different. Like, did you take a temperature?
Right.
What do you mean she's congested? Like, is she? I don't know if babies
she's struggling
cough,
to breathe.
Like, can she breathe? Like, what is happening?
What can't babies can do? We need a book.
We don't know. So it turns out she's just like kids get, right? They get sick. That's just what happens. Germs, it builds up their immune system, whatever. So I've been told
their immune system's gonna be shit now.
But she's 2, right? Or she's 2 months. She can't tell you, right?
I don't feel good. I think I have COVID,
right? She can't say that. So,
or it's just allergies, mom.
Yeah. Or this house is stuffy, and we need like some air in here. Right. So
like, babies don't talk, and you just gotta figure it out.
Yeah. So what if Ashley had, and I'm sure she had plans that day to go do something or get this or handle something. That my parents had an appointment that day. She had to like put that stuff on the back burner, right? Because the kid unexpectedly got sick and had to handle that. And I know that's your priorities as a parent, but it's those like pop-up things that like I'm not good with.
I like structure. Yeah. I like unstructured structure, but it's mine.
Right.
And when you put another person into it, especially a child, it's no longer yours. It's not about what you want to do, what you feel like doing. I go off of, am I going to get my nails done? Do I feel like doing it? Nah. I can't be like, do I feel like taking my kid to school today? No, I have to, or somebody's going to come after me. Like, I have to do these things in order to be like a good parent, a good mom. I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
And what about the school clothes? I remember...
Oh, God.
And I think we talked about this, like, you get your school clothes. They weren't expensive for us growing up, right? We didn't get that many school clothes either. No. Then there was uniforms. Now, I mean, loungewear is like the thing. Right. So athleisure. So they can get away with that. But when expensive or pricey companies are coming out with the athleisure wear or the loungewear,
they don't want the set from Walmart or Target. Nope. They want the Victoria's Secret pink set, and one set is $80 to $100.
No, thank you.
I'm still buying that for myself. We gotta compromise.
I buy that
here.
Once a year for myself. That's it.
Like semi-annual sale.
That's it.
I'm on it. Oh, they have a sale. Oh, I got a coupon.
Just like them damn Bath and Body candles.
Right.
Once a year, please.
Semi-annual.
$30 for
That's it.
3 wick. Stop it.
No.
And the girls, right, as they get older, that's what they want, right? They want all that Bath and Body Works stuff, all the scents, all the sprays.
Got Layla a set, and it's just easier to be the aunt. I can get her all that extra stuff. It helps my sister, see, part of the village. It helps my sister financially. I'll buy her the expensive things here and there. It's not a big deal for me. But when it's your child, it's like, okay, only one of us can have a new pink set. Who's it going to be? I'm the one with the job. It's going to be me. Go get a job.
We'll get yours next year.
Like the next semi-annual sale. It's all you get.
But I might need a new one because this probably got really billy.
Right. And I feel like I was telling you earlier, somewhere along the line, people's reactions to me not having kids changed. Oh, Mel, you got kids? No. Oh, you have kids? Why not? Da-da-da. Then, no, you got kids? No. Oh, girl, good for you. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what happened. What happened? Because a couple years ago, what happened was you had kids, and now you realize you can't go on vacation.
You don't get a break.
You can't get up and go. You haven't slept in 3 years. Now you're telling me it's a good idea. Hold on as long as you can. Or a lot of like the older people. I feel like people in my age group are always like, well, why? And this, that, and third. But either people with families or older people will tell me, take your time, wait as long as you can, enjoy your life. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Hilda is like the number one cheerleader for that. She's like, kids, for what? Pa' que? Go travel.
That's what my mother says. Yeah. That like, I was offended first when she was like, why do you want to have kids during this time? I don't, but like, why are you so against it? Why are you against
it? Right. It's my choice, not your choice.
I let you know. You if you have a grandkid by me, then you have a grandkid by me. That's it.
Congratulations.
But she's like, not at this time. It's never the right time.
It's never the right time.
But like, not at this time. Enjoy yourself. But, okay. But sometimes I feel bad because I know Kyle would be a really good dad. He's a really fun, like, good uncle. He would be a really great dad. I think I'd be a great mom. Mm-hmm. I'd be super freaking anxious all the time.
Right. But probably never sleep.
That's just what would happen. I think I'd be a good mom, but I think I'm a better aunt.
Permanent. Right. I was like, I think I'll be a good mom, but I'm a great aunt.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so permanent. You can't give them back.
No.
You can give your nieces and nephews back. You cannot give your kids back.
My cousin she didn't try to give her back. But the day after she came home with the baby, she went back to the hospital and was like, I don't know what to do with her. And they were like, you can't bring her back. We don't know what to tell you.
Oh, yeah. Like, I just don't see it. And then I'm like, what's going to happen to my body? Like, I also need, let's put in that contract that I'm going to get a mommy makeover when all this is done. Yeah. I'm the one that carries this kid for 9 months. I want to be able to be snatched. Yeah. Just because I'm a mom doesn't mean I got to, like, have this fupa proud.
No.
Which, again, is another, like, woman role versus men role. And I'm going to use Veronica in this example. Anthony goes to the gym, does his thing, like goes to work, whatever. And I feel like most guys, same thing with Al. They just dropped the baby, but the dad's the one that's always in the gym. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why you can't watch the kids so I can go to the gym after I just pushed out your big-headed baby?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Why are you being rewarded and getting a break at the gym? Like, that's probably the only time I would cry to go to the gym to get a break.
I need a break. I'll even get on the treadmill. I need a break.
Like, I need a break. I want to run.
So wait. I'm not coming back.
Like, I get why my mom was always like, I'm going to run away and never come back. Because it's just like, mom.
Oh, my God.
Oh, like, I had to get used to talking to Jay on the phone with the kids. Because it used to be quiet there. And now there's just always something. Like, it's like sensory overload. Mm-hmm. I got to talk to you later. Yeah. There's too much going on.
I'll hear Giselle, Veronica's daughter, all the time in the background. And I'll stop. Because, like, she's, to me, right, your daughter's calling you. But I guess parents tune that out.
Yeah.
So all that, like, mommy,
you're not listening to me because the kid's screaming, which is fine.
Right. But she's listening to me and not
she's like, no, I hear nothing.
I don't know. Your kid's calling you. She's like, you. Yes.
She needs you.
We can talk later.
Needs her, but they also need the adult interaction more. So it's like, shut up. I'm talking to an adult.
Please just watch your YouTube.
Please. Here, tablet baby. Tablet babies.
Oh, that cracks me up every time I talk to her. Mommy. I'm like, your kid's calling you.
And Zola, my niece, Jamie's daughter, love her to death. She doesn't cry. It's not like a wah. It's like a Mariah Carey. Like this. Like,
dramatic.
I'm like, I need attention. Like, it's not a cry. I've never heard a baby cry like that. She just wails. Like, it's just like a scream. I can't tune it out. Jamie tones it out. She's like, what's happening? Like, everything. I don't even know what I was talking about
Jamie
anymore.
has always said that after Layla, when we would go to dinner or something, and I would hear a kid crying in the booth, and I'm just like trying to pay attention, but there's a kid crying, so I'm like trying to pay attention. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, you don't hear that?
Right.
She's like, I don't hear that.
No, I hear it.
It's something they don't hear anymore.
I was out at dinner yesterday, sitting, whatever, fine. A family comes in. I see 3 children. I was like, fuck. They sat them right behind us. I'm like, oh God. And they were good. But my initial reaction is always, fuck.
Is that the same reaction you get on a plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here comes like I literally invested in buying myself noise canceling Beats for when I travel because I just can't. It's just I can tune out the sound, but if your kid is kicking, I am going to turn around and say something. So control your children.
Do they not
I will
see
say
that?
something.
Hear that? They tune that out too.
They do.
If your kid is physically kicking or doing, I'm not even going to say they're kicking. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're playing with the thing on the back. You can feel that on your back.
Everything.
The parent just doesn't see, hear, nothing.
Nope.
You guys don't see that? No?
Listen.
Ever?
And I know somebody's going to be like, don't say nothing to my kid. Well, you say something before I say something. That's it.
Just tell them you either put your tray up or down.
Right.
That's it.
Nice.
And that's how it stays.
I'm like, where are the Hildas of the world? Because I couldn't do shit like that. I couldn't move. I was frozen in the seat.
Right. Just like this.
Don't touch anything.
No. You put it
kids...
down when they come around with at that point, they give you like whole meals on the plane. Yeah. Now you put it down with your little Biscoff and your little
go to sleep.
Water. And then that's it.
When we were going to Puerto Rico, I was checking my bag in and there was a lady right next to me. You know, the airport is just crowded. So she's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. There's a gap in the middle so she can put her luggage in mine. Somehow her daughter squeezed her ass in between there and she's like knocking me over. And the mom is just whatever talking, blah blah blah, like caressing her head. I was like, okay, you gonna act like you don't see her? I gave her a hip check real quick. I don't care if you're 5. Your mom see you pushing me over, I will hip check you if your mom don't say nothing. And then, as of course, she assumed that I didn't speak Spanish. She's like, venga aquí, nena. I'm like, yeah, take her.
Yeah. Venga, yeah.
Go sit over there somewhere. Why are you up here? You're not checking in.
Yeah.
You don't have no money to pay for these bags. Have a seat.
Are you upgrading to first class?
Oh, the children. It don't be the children. It's the parents that just let them do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. And then it's just like, okay. And then if we say something, we're the bad guy. Don't talk to my kid like that. Yeah. Well, you talk to your kid. Say something.
Well, clearly you don't talk to your kid because they're acting like that.
It's just annoying.
Yeah. You could never get away with that stuff.
Or when you're like the TSA line and everybody waits to the last minute to get their kids together. Like, why? The kid's going through the metal detector with the tablet. The fucking thing is going off. My plane, like I'm late to the plane. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like seeing other people with children gives me anxiety.
Get your kid ready.
Like, please.
Put the tablet in the bucket.
Like, prepare for that shit. Like, dress them for the airport. You know that they're going to have to take this off, take that. Make it easy so that it's an easy transition. No, they wait till they get there to start unstrapping things. No. I need to, speaking of that, I need to get my pre-check. My TSA pre-check going on.
Where are you going out?
Not yet, but I'm supposed to be going to Jamaica in July, but it's good for 5 years. It's like $80, and you get the TSA pre-check. And those lines are always shorter. There's normally not families in those lines. There's normally people that travel in and out. They know what they're doing. Nobody's holding up the line. Right. So I need to invest in that.
We were supposed to go to Jamaica this year. I don't know if we're going to make it.
I know. This is my Jamaica trip from last year that got
postponed. We're supposed to go last year.
Like, this is, I'm going on a credit, hopefully, knock on wood. It expires at the end of the year, so we'll see. Because there's seems to be a rush to open the world back up again.
Super rush.
And I'm like, but the cases are still going up. Yeah. They're not talking about that?
No. No, all they're talking about. So changing gears real quick. We went shopping on Friday. Neshaminy Mall. Don't even bother. There's like 3 stores left.
Oh, shit.
Right? The H&M that used to be there, that was huge, if you remember that H&M, is now a vaccine site. Tons of people in line to get that vaccine.
That's how I just see like videos and stuff at the convention center of how it is there.
It's crazy. I'm just thinking of that while we're like talking about traveling and opening the world back up.
Yeah. Like I was just looking at the as I'm a nerd and I'm a nurse and I like to keep myself up to date with what's going on. The CDC recommendations they've loosened them for children. Now instead of them being 6 feet apart, they only have to be 3 feet apart.
Because it don't travel that.
I guess not.
At that height?
For children, it's different. I guess. I'm like, well, that's what happens when it's funded by the government. Y'all keep trusting that government, but I'm not gonna get on that soapbox today.
What in the world?
Yeah, so now it's 3 feet, and somebody posted a picture like we're ready to open up schools. The desk literally looked like the desk when we were in school. That's how far. That's 3 feet. They didn't change anything. And like they just a reason to open the schools. I'm like, where are we just fighting asbestos problem in the school district of Philadelphia?
In the same district.
And now you want to put in an airborne virus and say, okay, go for it. Y'all still dealing with asbestos.
And get closer.
Right. Get cozy. There's no vaccine for children. They're talking about a trial now. It's just too much. It's too much shit up in the air. And I get it. People have to send their kids back because jobs want you back now. They're opening up daycares. They want you back in the office. I don't know. See?
I don't know. We've been working
virtual. I don't have
virtual
to make that decision because I don't have
for a whole year. I think we can make it work a little longer.
All those mandatory meetings
that are now emails.
They should really change the work week to at least a 4-day work week. I think it could work.
I think 4 is perfect.
I think a 4-day work week.
I don't know if I would pick Tuesday through Friday or Monday through Thursday. What would you pick? Or can we do like Monday, Tuesday, take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
That would be perfect because it'd be like, all right, by the time I get tired of y'all, I'm off.
We got a little break. Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to go on a Monday, but I also don't want to going on Friday. I'll take Wednesday. Yeah, I get it. People have to send their kids back, but it's like,
it's scary then.
It's scary.
So let's talk about the cost of daycare. And they try to tell you get a discount if you have multiple kids. No, now I have 2 kids in daycare.
So I had to have an extra kid to get the discount.
Yeah, I thought it was cheaper for the one. No,
it's like what is it? I remember when Jamie was going through it. Everything is 100 and up, 150 and up a week. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And then you're usually sending your own snacks.
Yep. Yeah, like just now it changed for the daycare that Zola's at where they provide the food. And I asked Jamie, I said, well, how's that going to work? Because the reason why a lot of places stop providing food is because all these new food allergies. Kids can't even have fucking peanut butter and jelly anymore because there's so many peanut allergies. So I just found it weird that they were even supplying the food because everybody can't eat the same thing. But so I got to pay, let's say on the cheaper side, $150 a week. Snacks, food, whatever else, extra clothes, a blanket, diapers, a pillow, like another bedroom, pretty much. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. And then they grow up and then you're like, oh, I don't want them to go to the school district school. Let's pay for a private school.
Or move.
And now you're paying higher taxes. So it's like, and I have a friend named Trish, shout out to Trish, would always say that she's like, well, I would rather stay in the house that I'm at with low taxes and pay for the school because that's only for a certain amount of years versus moving into a better school district where you're going to pay higher taxes for probably 40 years even when you don't have kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's true.
That makes sense.
Because I've looked at, like, I love Drexel Hill and, like, Chester Hill and all those areas, but their taxes are very high. A lot of it does go to their school district, but I'm like, well, I don't have children, so why I'm getting taxed?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to pay those taxes for those kids. I don't even have kids. Yeah. Can I bring my sister's kids over here? No, you get in trouble for that. But you're going to take money out of mine and you're going to pay for it. I'm paying for all y'all kids. And I can't say no to them?
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to my kids.
So I never thought I would live in Jersey and moving to Jersey because I couldn't find anything for what I was approved for in Philly, right? I couldn't find anything that was in a safe enough neighborhood that I would feel okay hanging out outside. Everything. The houses were all like really done, really nice inside. The neighborhoods were kind of questionable, and I'm from North Philly, so if I'm saying they were questionable, they were questionable. Right. So I moved to Jersey.
Do you have a single?
We have a duplex.
Okay. Or a twin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duplex. So we have a twin, huge backyard, huge front yard.
Yeah, you're not getting that.
3 bedrooms, right? A big house. Even for a twin, it's still a really big house. Mm-hmm. It's just us two. At first, it was us two plus Ashley and Hector when Ashley was pregnant. Because the idea was to let Vince have his own room.
Right.
And the taxes that we pay, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm happy with the house. Mm-hmm. I'm happy with the decision that I made. But the taxes, it's like...
It's a lot.
I could buy... Do you know the house I could buy in Texas for like the taxes
I know.
that we pay in Jersey? It's crazy. And I know the school districts are good.
I've thought about relocating because I told you I've been looking for houses and it's too much. Mm-hmm. It's too expensive. Like, I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to rent for another year. Hopefully the market crashes because this is like, it's crazy. I'm like, this is pandemic prices?
Yeah.
What is this?
That's ridiculous. There's a house that I was looking at in South Philly because we're thinking about moving back to Philly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, South Philly. I would love to live there, but that's another expensive ass area.
$500,000.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably smack in the middle of 20 houses. Yep. With no parking.
Brand new. Mm-hmm. They keep telling me the price is going down to what? $499?
Yeah,
No, that's not enough of a down.
No.
And it's beautiful, but there's no parking. You have no yard. You have no front yard. So you have no backyard. You have no balcony.
Right.
You don't have anything. You have neighbors. I don't want to pay for neighbors.
For the location. And it's like, I see when other people come here and you're like, they're paying all this money to live in Northern Liberties. That shit was the ghetto however many years ago. That's what we remember. So we're like, no, we're not going to pay that price. But people are coming over here and thinking it's a great deal. Mm-hmm. It's not.
It's not.
Like, walk 2 blocks. It's not.
And don't do it.
Do it only when it's daylight, not dark.
And daylight savings daylight when you got more daylight.
Exactly. No.
So yeah,
good. You just worried about the kids all the fucking time. Just always worried. I feel like I would always be worried. Like, just like, are you okay? What are you doing? Yeah. Like, I get it. I get why Hilda kept us behind the gate where she could see us. Mm-hmm. It's just scary, especially now. The news said, like last week, we are up 200% for adolescent homicides that we were last year. 200%.
That's insane.
That's like, why would I want to have a kid in Philly? Like, it's too much. It's between the pandemic, kids are just being shot just for going outside, walking to the store, just like this. If you listen to this and you ain't in Philly, don't come here. It is not safe.
We are not okay.
We are not okay. We are struggling. It's just not safe. And it's always like an innocent kid that's just like just mixed in a crossfire. Mm-hmm. It's just too much. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to always have to worry.
Yeah. I remember Vince going to school for the first time and that was like the most, I think, anxious day of my life so far. Mm-hmm. Of like him going to school. I mean, not so far. There was other things like the pandemic.
There was other moments.
But that was a very like anxious day of like, oh, he's going to school.
Is he gonna be okay?
Is he gonna be okay?
Is he gonna make friends?
Is he gonna like his teacher? Are they gonna understand him? Mm-hmm. Like that whole thing. And he was only going to school for like half a day. Like he wasn't even going for the whole day. So that was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I worry about Layla all the time. I'm like, I'm happy she's in virtual school.
Because we know where she is.
Right. Like when you're in school, your eyes aren't on them. Like, are you making friends? Are your friends nice to you? Are you like, are you around people that are like nitpicking? Like kids tell you, they don't tell you everything. And and it's just, like, I'm always worried. Like I worry about Layla all the time now. Like, you okay? How you feel? Like, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
And like, you know what you tell you. Like even for me, I'm like, I know what I told my mom. I know what I told Jamie, and I know what I kept to myself. So you know, kids don't tell you everything that they or how they're feeling.
Yeah. And then if you're raising you know you, right?
Exactly.
Like you know how your sister is because you feel like you're your sister. You guys are the same. Your kid is the same as you, so you're gonna know like something's wrong. Right. Like they might not be telling me.
We all kept things to ourselves. Like I just feel like I don't see Layla saying like, you know, I'm sad because of this. So I always make it a point to like, you good? Like, you okay? You want to talk about anything? Like, we have secret codes. Like, she knows if she texts me code pink, that means we got to talk about something serious, and it won't get repeated.
And it has to be before 9 o'clock.
Before 9 o'clock. But, like, that's my mission for my nieces and nephews is for them to have somewhere to go to speak to me and be open and comfortable, because I think that was my most difficult part in childhood is I didn't, aside from Jamie, I didn't feel like I had that open communication with my mom. And I know mostly it's a cultural thing. It's not only her, it's just that's just how we are as a culture. And then they want to be our friends at this age and we're like, nah sis, you just want to come and judge my
stove. Now you want to be one of my little friends.
And my little friends, right? No, now my mom's like, when am I going to meet your friends? I'm like, you hated everyone when I was a child. Now you want to meet my adult friends? No.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No.
That's a really good thing to want to be, though, to be that person for your nieces.
Because I feel like I wanted that. Like, I needed that. And I probably would have saved me from getting into a lot of fucking trouble. So I want to be that for, like, Layla and Zola and Aiden and all my other nieces and nephews.
Yeah. That's cute.
Yeah.
So then another reason not to have kids, so that we can be that for them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you said something earlier that I wanted to bring up. People think because we don't have kids, we got money.
Oh, no.
No. We have
money
for us, the things that we want.
Yes.
Don't try to make me your kid's godmom because you need an ATM. It ain't gonna happen.
Not happening here.
No. I have declined several godmom offers over the years because I know what they wanted. Nope. I'm gonna decline, but if you need me, you know I'm here. Yeah. I don't want the title. That's only that. I've only agreed to take responsibility of Jamie's children in the event something happens. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, you're on your own.
I am the godmother to Evelyn's second daughter, unofficially Vince because he's not baptized, and I'm sure Penelope just because that's just what it's gonna. She gotta take care of me, and I gotta take care of her now.
Exactly. Gotta take care of Layla and Zola, even though I know Zola gonna leave me in the dust, but I'm gonna try my best because she's me. She is me.
I gotta let you know now, but.
Another reason why I don't have to have kids. Jamie had her and me. Done.
Done.
Thanks,
you
sis.
can watch yourself grow up all over again.
That's it. Thanks, sis.
Yeah. So we have money to buy the fundraisers and all the cute
support
little
all
gifts.
your children.
And that's
I feel like when you have kids, it's people and you say like, no, I can't do that, or I can't afford it, or whatever, it's more acceptable because you have kids.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I say, even though most of the time I'm lying and I'm like, no, I can't go, or money's tight, whatever. Why? You don't got no kids? I don't know what's going on over here.
I have habits.
I like shopping on Amazon.
I like things.
Amazon Prime. I feel like I like getting packages every day. It's a gift from me to me to me from me. So
it's like the delivery guy is just the one person you look forward to seeing besides your significant other, your situationship or whatever. Right. Yeah, because they're bringing you presents every time.
I can't live here if I had kids. I can't afford this place with kids.
We couldn't have this set up.
Right. They would be in here yanking. This is not a kid-friendly house. As I have friends, they're like, why you never invite me over? Because your kids is going to come in here fucking up my shit.
Glasses everywhere.
Like, I could just see, like, look, mommy. No, I will tie your kids to this corner. I have a bar. There's a lot of glass.
They want to touch all the buttons.
Right. Like, oh, God, no. Mm-mm. It's a lot. Sorry. Yeah. Not that we hate children.
Put the disclaimer up again. We love
kids.
We love our family.
I love the kids in my family. I don't really like strangers' children not because of the kids, but mostly because of the parents. Because it's always the parents that are not doing anything about their rugrat. Yeah. It's a lot.
And it's not like when we grew up because we weren't right. So you sit there, you don't move, you don't say anything.
Speak when spoken to,
and that's it.
Don't touch nothing. Don't break shit. Don't use the bathroom. Don't open the refrigerator.
Don't eat anything.
That's it. You're not hungry.
No. We fed you before we left.
No cake and ice cream for you.
You went to, not even at a birthday party.
Not even at a birthday party. Entonces, you're dirty.
So,
I think that's the end of our rant / podcast episode.
A little intimate look as to why we don't have kids.
But please comment for you people that do have children. Aside from that unconditional love, I get unconditional love from Bella, okay? Because I can yell at her, and when I walk back into the room, she's still happy to see me.
And she watches the show as we record it every time.
She's our number one supporter. Yep. So tell me why you decided to have kids.
Or how we're wrong.
Right.
But we're not.
Right. Because I don't know many people that planned, like, I want to have a baby. A lot of people are like, oh shit, I'm pregnant. And this is life.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, nah, I'm calling my GYN. This birth control is on lock. This ain't gonna be no oops baby situation. I'm just not. It's just like, I feel strongly about it.
Yeah.
I'm 32. There will be no accidents. There's a certain age. I feel like where you can't be like, anymore. Oh my God, I forgot to take my pill. No, you did. You knew what you was doing.
Yeah. You knew what happened. Mm-hmm. Listen, it is what it is.
Yeah.
To each his own.
To each his own.
This is our own.
Mm-hmm. As we drink every Sunday. Cheers. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week.
We will. Hope you will be too. Bye.
Bye.